Last time on Dragon Ball Z. His signature attack is called Keep Your Eyes on the Birdie.
We got beaten up by a bitey woman, we got hit by a car, Goz is having a bit of a wow, Goz is having a tantrum! Oh great, I'm all the way back at the beginning of Snake Way. What a relief that it only happened 1/3 of the way to King Kai's, huh? Hey guys, Saxdude26 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Ball Z, the Legacy of Goku, now with orange flight charges. Last time, we finally caught up with and defeated our brother Raditz, but unfortunately, we were killed in the process. We then found out in the other world from Kami that 2 other Saiyans have been listening in through Raditz's scouter, know about the Dragon Balls, and are heading to Earth. They'll be there in a year and they plan on using the Dragon Balls to wish for immortality. So King Yama has suggested we travel down Snake Way to train with his old master, King Kai. Unfortunately, we fell off and went down to Hell. Or in this universe's case, the home for infinite losers. So we've lost a decent bit of time. Not the 20 minutes per rough episode, a whole lot more. So yeah, now we've got to make up for lost time. Thankfully, we've got much bigger flight charges, and you may have noticed that Princess Snake has been moved. Yeah, I know who moved her, and I only know about that because of one of the DS games. It was Raditz. But yeah, we finally made it to the end of Snake Way. Here's the tail. And those extra flight charges made a world of difference. Planet's up there on the left. It's a lot easier to go from here rather than the tail, start flying and fly straight into the planet. It's kind of small looking. It's also incredibly dense, which is why we're rushing towards it without any warning. And we crash landed. Welcome to We are here. Welcome to King Kai's planet. That happened. Also, he has a convertible. Yeah. I always loved the training arc with King Kai. It was very quirky and Bubbles! Bubbles, punch the monkey! Okay, no, Goku, you don't need to punch Bubbles. Not yet, anyway. But yeah, I always loved the training arc with King Kai. Like, it had that really nice back and forth of what are people doing on Earth to prepare for the Saiyans? How's Goku's training going in the other world? And then just the muscle-brained, bone-headed mentality of Goku and how it really contrasted with the goofy personality of King Kai. This was one of those arcs where I didn't actually mind the filler that much because I felt like it built on character development and it really fleshed out the Funimation and Ocean dubs. And someone must have told King Kai about Goku's eating habits because I am mashing the B button. It means I can't break open that bongo drum. So yeah, denser gravity means we can't use energy. We can't use flight charges though. I'll just make sure, yeah, it was at 14 bell, just to be safe. But yeah, time for the training with King Kai to finally begin, and he begins it by letting us know that there are other Kais. This King Kai is actually North Kai. The Kais govern over one quadrant each of the other world, with the Grand Kai governing over them, and the Supreme Kai being a tier above them. That's only really elaborated on in Season 3, but I love the concept and the lore behind the Kais. Anyways, high gravity training. We have to test our momentum and our strength. First challenge, chase down Bubbles, and as I alluded to before, punch him. It's a lot harder to chase after him when you can't just track him down with an energy blast, but thankfully, the concept of the training is pretty simple. Just get him in a straight line, fly after him, punch him. Pretty straightforward. Now's where it gets much trickier. We're given a mallet, which means we've got a much more specific hitbox. Get those flight charges back. And we've got to chase down the cricket, Gregory, who has a much smaller hitbox. This can be pretty tricky to do. But if you get the timing just... if you can get the timing just right, you can catch him right outside King Kai's house and just be done with it. But unfortunately, once he touches an edge, he's just going to start spazzing out and just go every which way, which makes it a lot harder to track him down. Get out of the garage, mister. Come on. Come on. Don't go inside. That's not helpful to any... Come on. Yeah, got him. Nice. We chased after him. But you know the fastest there? We'll get back to that in a second. The best student I've ever had. And we did it even faster than King Yama. Ha! Even the receptionist of the other world is slower than me, even though he's a giant. And I'm able to teach you that... No... So with that, King Kai teaches us the move that we should technically already know because we learnt it from Master Roshi. Also, our speed is increased and we got experience. And now our friends are wishing us back using the Dragon Balls. It's been a year apparently. So now we're heading to Kami's Lookout. Well, at least, here we are. In the anime, we would have headed back down Snake Way. With that, we're back on Earth. Well, I mean, technically we're on Kami's Lookout, which isn't really...
Hi.
First rule, all these squares make a circle! All these squares make a... Okay, let's try that again with a little more maturity intact this time. This is Mr. Popo. He is essentially the caretaker of the lookout and Kami's aide. What I was making a reference to is his appearance in Dragon Ball Z Abridged, in which he is the most important person and the most powerful fighter on Earth. Not Goku. And more important than Kami, just to reiterate. So yeah, don't question or go against the pecking order. Regardless, Kami informs us that the Z fighters are currently in battle with the Saiyans. Because we got stuck in HFIL, we were not able to make it back in time before they got here. Thankfully, our friends are holding them off, and Korin is here to resupply our Zenzu beans if we aren't at maximum. I do appreciate that because Korin is the one who created the Zenzu beans in the first place. Really cool bit of lore that wasn't in Advanced Adventure. Also, I like the fact that he's considered a master because he trained us with the Sacred Water trial last game. It's a nice touch. Regardless, we're done here on the lookout. Time to head back to Earth and fight against the Saiyans. The Saiyans? Oh, hi, doggy. That's not a... We've done it again! Goku! Kami just informed us that 2 Saiyans, not 1, 2, are fighting against our friends. They've been training all year, but you've been training in the other world. And your first reaction is not to rush to their aid, but is to saunter there casually on foot. I would love to just make a beeline through the next 3 areas and head straight there right now. But unfortunately, as far as the game's plot is concerned, that's not going to change anything. It's not going to make anyone more safe, it's not going to save anyone from the Saiyans. So, while we're here and taking the slow route isn't making any difference, let's get some side quests sorted. First things first, let's go up this ledge and help this boy down. He got chased up here by the wolves you saw running around. Thankfully, we're not level 4 anymore, so we have no trouble dealing with them, and he's in pretty good hands traveling with us. It definitely feels good being back on Earth with enemies that aren't really any... Puppy! Yeesh. I was gonna say enemies that really aren't any issue anymore, because we can still deal with wolves in one punch, but if I'm gonna be reckless and let them hit me, maybe it'd be a good idea if I heal myself in the process, thank you. Because I was gonna say, the only thing that's really gonna be an issue is that T-Rex still. I was wrong. Definitely being careful is going to help, so let's break out the new energy attack. The Kamehameha Wave, the one that we learnt last game from Master Roshi, not from King Kai. I refuse to believe it, game. The best way to use this attack is to load at least half of your energy bar, or 1/3 of it, into the beam. You'll either get the full beam, or you'll get the full beam with a voice clip. If you get the latter, it's going to be at max power. Loading in more energy is not going to make a difference, but it's going to do massive single target damage over a short range. I would advise against just tapping it, because it really doesn't make much of a difference, and it clicks on enemy contact very easily. If that's the case, the only thing it's really going to kill or do damage to is a squirrel. And that's the really sad thing is, out of all of the Dragon Ball games I'm going to be covering on this channel, the Kamehameha Wave is the most unwieldy in this game. To the point where I want to try and use it more in this playthrough, but usually I just use the Solar Flare, freeze things and punch them. It does get better, and it was way better last game. It really was. But definitely, if you can deal with the short range and the janky hitbox, it can do some pretty heavy, solid damage to enemies if you give it the patience. but sometimes it's just a lot easier to freeze enemies and punch them. Again, because I was being reckless before, I don't want to take any chances, and dealing with this T-Rex as easily as possible, I will take whatever option is going to be quickest. I feel like there might be a slightly quicker difference using the Kamehameha Wave instead, but the problem is just waiting for that energy to recharge. It's slow to say the least. It's definitely recharging faster than it will in the later games. But, I mean, it's the first entry, you can only expect so much in terms of, you know, them leaving you without energy. Okay! That's the T-Rex down and we're now level 10. What does that mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, if there's any more wolves left on this area, they die in one hit to a regular energy blast. We are that powerful now. Dealing with small folk is a non-issue. Now, time to head to South City. Snowy mountains weren't too much of an issue, but this area might be. So, while we're here, we might as well talk to some of the NPCs around, see if there are any more side quests going on, because, you know, we're not in a rush. But there's a commotion going on in the city that, funnily enough, is a bigger issue to the inhabitants than, oh, I don't know, the Saiyan attack happening? Don't ask me how that makes any sense. So, first things first, we're just going to duck into this capsule store here. I'm trying to think up ideas for capsules. This guy is a pretty solid Capsule Corp enthusiast, so for clarity, that's the company that Bulma and her father run in West City. We won't actually see it this game, but you've seen the logo everywhere. I mean, it's even on the grates in the middle of South City, which is a nice touch. I do like that. But first things first, I think we need to get this kid home. So, unfortunately, Goku, in his infinite wisdom, did not wait for the crossing lights. But regardless, we've got the boy home. And his mother is far from pleased. But she had a capsule for us, so that's nice. What's on the TV at the moment? There's some major destruction on in the news. I hope everyone is okay. Oh yeah, I wonder, maybe it would be a good idea if you head down to the impact crater. The Saiyans are on TV, I've got to hurry in. Really? Funny that, Goku. Alright, this trip... Goku, really? You've gone from, my friends are in danger, my friends are in danger, there's a boy on the ledge. Oh look, these people have food in their fridge. I am beyond... Good grief. But yeah, the inhabitants of South City don't seem too bothered by the oncoming Saiyan attack. They're more worried about, the robbers outside the bank. But, you know, again, Goku in his infinite wisdom is just going to ignore them for the moment because we got a capsule, and as you may remember from about less than a minute ago, we found someone who was pretty interested in Capsule Corp technology, so let's find this handy-dandy capsule that's hidden in a bush here, and take those both to him to get another side quest done. One for you, some experience, and then you can have the other one as well. Unfortunately, I don't think we get extra experience, but we don't really have any use holding onto it. Regardless, that is done. That's another side quest done. We're making some pretty good progress. But, you know, there's a robbery going on here. That's a bit concerning. Well, we can just go into the bank. We can literally walk past them and walk into the bank to see how everyone's doing. There's someone shot in the background. Oh dear, the bank is closed. The bank is closed. Yeah, that's totally the first thought that went through my mind. But yeah, don't bother me right now, we are lost, you could get hurt. Really? 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 Well, I think you can see where this is going. Solar Flare, punch. And the funny thing about fighting these robbers is the fact that you generate more threat than they are willing to deal with. They are less likely to attack you than you are to attack them. The only times I have ever been attacked by these guys playing this game has been if I don't use the Solar Flare and walk up to them and punch them, and just stand there and let them shoot me. Even though they have guns, they do not use long-ranged attacks. The gunshots count as melee. It's really kind of weird. In fact, I'll even try and show you. Yeah, they count as melee. Which is really dumb, and they rarely ever continue to chase you. It's not like when you fight people like Raditz, or Princess Snake, or even just the spirits in HFIL, or, you know, any enemy in this game whatsoever. So we're just dealing with the robbers, toot sweet, punching them. Come back here. Even using the solar flare doesn't generate threat on its own, and that's the thing, is that you defeating one of them does not make the other one more keen to fight. They literally are not interested in fighting you whatsoever. I can even just hit this guy with Ki Blasts, and he can just sit there. Literally, the threat being generated by Goku is a non-issue. He's just gonna walk over... He's gonna walk to the bank and not do a dang thing. He's just gonna walk over there, shoot him again. He's gonna sit and look at me. And again. These guys are literally the least threatening issue that I've had to deal with all game, and nothing is going to compare to them. Not really even the squirrels in terms of how dinky this is. He's even running. He's running, but he let me hit him all the other times. I can't... I know, I'm harping so much. I can't get over how ridiculous these robbers are. But defeating all three of them gets us some solid experience. And then once you talk to all the security guards, they actually thank you for all of your work and ask if you'd like to join the police force. I have other problems like, really, Goku? Get your priorities straight. I love how the guy's trying to be strong for the nurse, and he was actually the coward. The police are stunned by your abilities. What I'm stunned about is the fact that I generate more threat than they actually can deal with. And, well, they couldn't handle them? And that really brings it home, is the fact that they're thanking the police force and not us. This woman really just watched the... Oh, okay, no, she actually noticed what we were doing. Well, that's good. At least someone was paying attention. I'm grateful for that, at least. Really? 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 I'm curious about the people up here who are talking about the commotion going on in the city. If they actually noticed our hard work. Tough guy took out... Yeah, didn't even wait for the cops. Well, the cops were just standing there and telling me to go away. Yeah, you totally would have. But yeah, that was a thing, and that was Abbey Road. Literally, there's a... Someone make a Beatles crossing here! I think I know what my thumbnail is for this part. But regardless, is he too late? Or will he be able to save his friends from the impending Saiyan threat? Find out in the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z.